What's up, folks? Gaming Josh here, starting off with a new challenge on Realm Revolutions. I actually got pretty far into the 20-second part of the video and clicked this button that said challenge, and it started me over. So whether or not that playthrough on 20, I don't know if it's going to go back to where I was on that other playthrough or not. Here we are with Tree of Fairies and nothing to show for it. Let's get started. We have 100 gold, and we'll see what we can get here out of this. I'm working here, and I'm not even sure what the goal is. Rules: no, not all buildings are available. Happiness of fairiness increases food from fairy trees. Racial perks are not available, and objective is to build a palisade, and we'll get +5 elf goods of each kind, and +50% to elven trader speed, and half first tier building cost. Okay, so halves the first tier building cost. So this is a challenge probably worth doing. I'm not sure if we're going to revolt yet or not. I think we probably will. I don't know how far into the game palisades are, but you're going to have to, yeah, you're going to get revolt. Okay, so you're going to revolt, and we'll see where this ends us at the end, and we'll know not to do it in the middle of a revolution again. It will most likely be quite some time before we get the stable built. This is going to be real slow. But all we have to do is build the palisade, however far along in the game that is. And I'm assuming that I'm going to double all these every time. So once it gets to 100%, we'll double it, double it, double it, double it. And we'll keep an eye on it and be back when it's time to revolt. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes, and we finally got this up to 172 while I was windowed out. So we're going to go ahead and revolt and do it again. It's a little faster. Gold is up plus 174. It still looks like it's going to be a while before we get that 18 million, though. But maybe not as long. The food is what, you know, food is a big one. We're going to struggle with food for a while. And notice, I thought it skips wells. It goes straight to stable. I just noticed that. So interesting. We don't have too many ticks left, but let's go ahead and burn them while this is so slow. Alright, back to where we can revolt. And we may just do that again. I assume we're just going to put all this points into Tree of Fairies here for with the stable, but that's yet to be determined. I don't even think we bought the stable in the first run through. I can't remember. I don't think we did. Alright, we got this now here. Make that a little cheaper. And landlords are going to be real expensive for a while, so when we get this back to 174, we will revolt again, most likely. continue then. Okay, so it's been a few minutes since we last went through this, and we have now gotten this up to 240, which is a little over where we need to be. So let's go ahead, and you can see the Masters is next. We're going to go ahead and revolt here, and this is going to, it's going to be slow for a while, I believe. I think that's just the only way we can take it. It's slow. We're making 4 times as much money now than we did. Oh, 4 times the food too. Well, that's good. I just noticed that the food is 4 times as much. So that should get things rolling here. And I would bet that we're going to do Tree of Fairies again. I don't see that not being the case when it's at 421. Because I think this would get to 421 before stable gets to 100. Since it costs millions and millions of those to get that up. But we'll get it back up to 421 or close, or we'll see see if this is going to be the next one here. Like I said, it's anyone's question at this moment, and we'll see you then. All right, we're back. It's been maybe 4 hours since we've last left off here, and we've got the Tree of Fairies up to 6,100 discontent, and it's currently at 421. So this is going to be quite a big boost here. Let's see what we can get. I don't think there's too much we can do here. So we're just going to go ahead and revolt and start over. And we're already starting off right off the bat with 332, which is nice. So food isn't going to be an issue here at all in this run. And neither should gold. I mean, gold should be pretty good too. But food is definitely not the issue. And I expect some of these to go up rather quickly in the next few upgrades. And when it's time to come back and revolt, it's either going to be the stable or the Tree of Fairies again. We'll see what's up when it's time to return. And until then, we'll see ya. Alright, so it's been a few hours here, and we're about ready to revolt again. We got 3 options. Masters are at 100, which I don't think is the one I'm going to do. Landlords, stables, landlords are at 4960. This is the one I think I'm going to get, because it's already higher than the Tree of Fairies, which is way higher up in level than the landlords. We can do the Tree of Fairies at 389k, but I really think that pushing this one up here is what's going to do it for us right now. So let's do that and get restarted here. I do believe that we're going to get this up into the really high somethings. I don't know how far this Palisades is. To be honest, so we're just going to keep revolting and revolting and revolting. And you can see the stables coming up here pretty quick now.
The thing about the Tree of Fairies is we get more food from that, and this doesn't give us food. The stable doesn't give us food, it just gives us gold. So we'll see where we're going with this on the next run. It will probably be tomorrow. It's almost 10 o'clock at night here, so we'll come back when it's time to come back. Alright, we're back, and it's been over a day. I got a little bit ill and under the weather, and I wasn't playing because I have been in the bed. So let's get this all caught up here and see what we have to revolt. We have a few options. So there's still no one here. There it is. Okay, so we're in the Cantillions now, and we're not quite to the second Druid Grove. We could get this up, and it looks like Masters is what we're going to do here. So let's go ahead and throw everything we can into Masters. And there's no trading in this one. Okay, but this is going to give us some nice rewards. We have to, for this one, all we need to do is build a palisade, and I have no idea what that is or how high it is. So let's go ahead and revolt. Oh, we got something here now already. Food. Oh, because we just unlocked that next. Okay, we got that Masters 10. Let's go ahead and revolt here and start over with the Tree of Fairies. This gets us up pretty quick. There's the 18 million for this one. And maybe this run we'll see how high that palisade is, and it's probably the top building, I would bet. And we shouldn't be too long before we come back and check it again, and we'll see you then. Alright, so it's only been about 7 minutes since the last recording, the last part here, and Tree of Fairies popped up. And this will double the food. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one here, just to double the food amount that we get. And if we can double it again, I'll definitely do it. So we're already at 747 per second. Food plus 14%. So it should have doubled the amount of food rate. And if it gets to 14,000 again, we'll definitely go that route. Now we're already at 4,000 per second. So when we get to the next stop, we'll return with another revolt. Alright, we're back. It's been about an hour and a half, and as you can see, the fairies are ready to go again. Yeah, this would double that, so let's go ahead. I don't think we're going to get Town Hall 3 unless we got the... Nah, there's no way. So let's go ahead and max this out as much as we can. We're going to upgrade this to 532,000. That's really going to be a huge food bonus. Because now the food is at 547k. Look, I'm starting at 27,000 per second. So that's pretty nice. Already in the billions down there, so... And we're going to keep dragging this into Tree of Fairies. I doubt that we'll get far enough into the Tree of Fairies to... Okay, to revolt again. But generally, whatever comes first is most likely what you're going to revolt. Let's get some troop masters out here, which are really booming.
This is going a whole lot faster now. We got some of this here. Alright. Okay, so the stable looks like it's going to be next. We just have to play around with it now, and not so much with, and the stable's already higher than that, and it's already, this is 2 levels higher than the stable, so. But the thing that was really kicker off of this is getting that food bonus, and that's kind of why I stressed it. And now that's at 29 QA per second. We'll get this up. And that's at 26,000. You know, we could probably go do it again just to get the, just to get a bonus. Let me set an auto clicker on this now that we got that. Get some, see what magic we got for this here. Some gold, more food. We'll make this grow more. Got another one way up here. Water boys, which is what we want. Oh no, we don't have water boys at all, so they don't really affect. That one doesn't help us at all. Alright, so we'll go ahead at 40,000. I think that's going to be enough because it is way over, almost 10 times what we're at there. So let's go ahead and revolt again. Already in the trillions when we're starting this out. That's very handy. Let's just do this. There. Good old H button helping us out. Okay, those are even, and we can start getting on these. And most likely, whatever pops up first is what we're going to revolt. And even at 46,000, the masters are, oh, well, the masters are at 98,000. Oh, that makes sense. Why those are way outdoing these. And look, it's going to be these guys again, the Tree of Fairies, and when we get caught up, I'll come back. Okay, so it's been roughly 30 minutes since our last cut out here, and the first thing to pop up again was the Tree of Fairies, and it's already at 3.48 million. So we're definitely going to have a big boost again, 6 times the food of what we just had. So you can imagine 6 times this. We're going to be really shooting out some food on this next encounter here. So let's go ahead and do it at 3.84 million and see where we'll just let those get big like that. And now we're already in the trillions. We're already putting out 1.54 million per second just off the fairies alone, which is not bad considering we don't have. I think this compensates for not having the well, but it really overcompensates because that's huge percentage on food there from discontent. So let's expand here, see where we're going to get. Already in the quadrillions, earning a quarter of a quadrillion per second, or a third of a quadrillion per second, just about a little over under that. Let's get these here.
And house these. And now we got that one up. And as soon as something pops up, already at 13 here. So we got the shooting elves. And let's get this here so we can see what we have to work with before I take a break again from recording. I'm at SX already. Okay, so let's get this one first. There's the Druid Grove, which is a little behind there. 10SX is going to be a little bit of time. But not now. Now there were 220, a fifth of a sextillion. Alright, we already have this one here and this one there. I think this one came up first. So I believe we're going to do the landlords next as soon as we get it to 46,000. And I will come back and continue then. Alright, so it's been a little over an hour. And this food growth is just crazy right now. But I think that's all we're going to get for just a little bit. We got two choices, and I don't think we're going to do this route, discontent at 208. We might be able to get it up a little bit more, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Even though multiplying this by 11 would be nice, I think what we're going to do is multiply this guy by 21,000. So that's going to put this up a little bit, probably in the SX range when we get back. So let's go ahead and revolt here. And begin the process again. And when we are ready to revolt, it's probably going to be that one, that town hall that's ready to go when we come back. I will let you know. Alright, we're back. It's been 12 minutes since we last recorded. And we've already got these ferries up here now. I think the ferries are what we're going to do. That's at 8.8 million versus multiplying this by 10. And I think doubling the food again would be beneficial. So let's go ahead and do that. Now it's at 9 million. All right. Revolt. I didn't even use magic. I should have. My bad. So let's just get this up as high as we can so we can get that food. We're already at 600,000 at the beginning, and we haven't even upgraded this. So let's do that now. Already at 4.715 million. That's going to really push the growth here very well. And we'll house all these, maybe there, and get some more growth. It's 6 million. Now it's 7 million. Alright, so it's probably going to be this guy next. I don't foresee this guy getting that high, but you never know. It's been a crazy ride, and if it comes up that quick again, then definitely we'll do one of these two or this one, and we'll be back then. Alright, we're back. It's been 10 minutes, and let's get this stuff, the staff here loaded before we show you what we have to offer here. Looking at, we're already in the septillions. Billions of food, 10 million food per second, so we're really cooking with grease. But we have a choice of getting this to 136, which is what I think we're going to do. We're a little over doubling this, or moving this times 53. It's a really tough choice. Let's go ahead and get this Druid Grove up so we can get this food buffed up a little bit more. And now we have the fountain, which is still not the next thing on the list, so we're going to need a lot of money. And there's no... what's it called? There's no gold mine, so we're really going to need the money. But I think if we get this up here, let's do this 200k there, and then this will probably be the next one. Let's go ahead and revolt there.
And we'll just keep going up this way. Already in the quintillions. Pretty quickly. Sextillions. And when this gets into the 50s, which I know won't take too much longer, we'll go ahead and revolt again. We might be able to do it with this here. So we have a lot of staves here. Let's see if we can do it. $69.73. Oh yeah, that's definitely more than what we had before. So it was worth doing the masters. So let's go ahead and do this again. Food starts at 672,000 per second. 0.77 trillion. I don't know why they don't just put 770 billion, but they don't. That's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get this way. And what's next is pretty much unknown right now. I'm going to see if we can get this into the decillions so that we can buy that fountain. See if that next building is what's next in this challenge, and we'll see you then. Alright, it's been about 3 hours and 10 minutes since our last update, and we got pretty far up here. We're back at the fountain. We got a few druid groves. We're growing at 5.03 septillion per second. That means we can almost get some of these, but we can't quite yet. Now, which one of these are we going to do? Well, let's look through the magic here first and get this set up. Might help us make a decision. But I think I already knew what we're going to do here. I really would like to get this. Oh, wow. We could double our food again. Or I mean, it seems like crazy to get that far and then just double your food. That's quadruple the food. That's what we got to do. Let's quadruple the food. Even what I was going to do was this, and that's a big income. But if we can get that much more food, we need to do it. So let's do it and get back on the chain gang here. And we're already at 2 million per second. We haven't even bought one tree of fairies yet. That's nice. 23 million per second. Just starting out. So that's really a big help. Let's lock that in, and then we'll get this one as far as we can go. There. And then, of course, Tree of Fairies gets all the horses. And then we'll get this one maxed out as far as we can. Already at quintillion. Haven't even built the town hall, and we're at quintillion. That's nice. 31 million food per second. Oh. I think that's the most food I've had. Already at sextillion. This is going up really quick. With that kind of food bonus, I mean, getting this, shouldn't be a whole lot. Okay, that's at 202. I think we can get that from this, definitely. And these are as big as they were before. No, they weren't. They were in septillion, not sextillion. Not sextillion. They were in septillion before we reset. So here we are. And when it's time to come back and reset, we'll do that. Until then, see you soon. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes, or actually closer to 8 minutes, since we last uploaded, and we're already ready to do the masters here. That's just a massive amount of food we're getting. 37 million food, and we don't even have... We haven't even gotten the bonus with the... well, we could. The Druid Grove, and there's the Druid Grove bonus. So let's see what we can get this up to. 63 million per second. which is crazy. And I should have put them on that. So we're going to upgrade this to 610,000 here. See what we got there, and a little bit more food. That'll help this bonus out tremendously. And we'll do it again. 782k. 202.89 million per second on the food. Again, that's a lot, especially since we don't have any wells. All right, so we'll probably going up just like we did, and we'll do the town hall next, and we'll return when that happens. All right, we're back. It's been about 30 minutes, and like I said, it's time to get the town hall. It's at 511,000, and right now it's only at 6,000 happiness percentage. Maybe we can get a little more. It doesn't look like it's going up pretty slow. Oh, we can get this one here. Let's go ahead and hit it. And there we go. Get that up there. 2.89, already in the trillions without even upgrading. And then we'll get the stable here. Maybe if it doesn't lock up. Alright, let's get this up here. And then we'll take this one here. And we'll get that there. And we'll get some. Wow, it's locking up. It's so, there's so much food. It can't handle it. Can you handle the truth? All right. And I think, yeah, the shooting range is definitely next because it's already got discontent here. So, and we'll be back when it's time to do that. Let's go ahead and get this here before we take a timeout just to see where we're at. And we are working on this one here, so that's 12 SX. There we go. This one's 10, so we can hire that out. Oh. Okay, 400 on that one. And another staff up here, 6 billion food. Where to put it though? Let's go with the master so we can get this up here. That'll take us up to 1.14 septillion per second. And we'll get a little bit more food going here too. And when we come back, we'll see. Oh, let's get this one first. Peasants. Okay, 3 more to peasants. So actually, the town hall is actually, well, the town hall and the master's house are both beating out the fairies for now. Once we get this this druid grove going a little bit more, I'm sure the fairies will catch up. And when it's time to revolt again, we'll be back. Alright, so we've gone quite a bit of time. Actually went through a whole workday, and we've got a little bit of choices here. Still haven't unlocked the fountain yet, but we got some big decisions here between these two. It's currently 57 million. That'd multiply this by 5, which is already bigger than what this is getting, so that's kind of tempting. But this one is only at 2.24 million, and I can multiply it by 100. So I think multiplying this by 100 is going to be better than multiplying this by 5, especially since this is at 37 and this one's only at 14. So let's go ahead and do that and see what we can get out of it. It's going to go up pretty quick here. Even though I didn't take into account the food issue, which is something I should probably do. Already in the quadrillions. 70, 80 quadrillion per second. We haven't even got this up here. So that's already at sextillion. It was at octillion earlier, but being that that's already at sextillion, that's not a bad. It's not too bad. Let's get this here. And we could build the warehouse, but I think we're just going to... 100 food ain't nothing when you're at 34 million per second. So let's go ahead and do it this route. Already in the septillions here. So that's not too bad, considering this is already 3 levels ahead of the stable. So that wasn't a bad choice, I don't think. Let's go ahead and get up here. We can get the Druid Groves going here. And now we just wait for that fountain to unlock. Or go ahead and revolt at a later date. And when we make that decision, I'll let you know what's going on here. Until then, we're just gonna wait it out. We're continuing on here, and it just keeps building and building and building. We're at 1.03 billion discontent on that, so that's really going to give us a billion food per second, I would think. Let's see if it does it. Let's revolt. I don't see a billion there, but that's still pretty high for not even building a stable yet. I want to see if this cat... No, it's 1.09 billion percent. Well, yeah, it wouldn't be at a billion. It'd start at 10%. Whatever the multiplier is divided by 10 would be 10 million, which was more than that. So I guess I can't complain at 546 million per second this early in the game. So we are just going to boom through this here. And let's get that up. Okay, let's do this one. And let's get these all sorted out here. Alright, get this one sorted out. Already at septillion, and we haven't even built the town hall yet. That's great. This is already this is already at two septillion. Once we get that the druid trees, we want to go with that. Let's get to there like that, and then do this. Hit this one and max it out. 764 million food per second, which is nothing compared to what's to come. I know, but it's still quite a feat. Here we go. We get bigger here. Now we're at 1 billion food per second. And we might actually see the fountain. Now, the next one that we're up here is probably going to be one of these two. And actually, I should probably go ahead and do this one now because it's at 93%. Let's see if I can get, yeah, we'll just max it out. Now it's at 41,405. We'll go ahead and discontent again. Get that bonus there.
Because remember, the goal here is to build. We're not doing troops at all. We're trying to build buildings. So we're going to keep running through that discontent as much as we can. And let's get this one. Alright, now we'll do the masters. Now we'll do town hall. See, 100 food just doesn't seem like a whole lot right now, does it? And then, I'll get this one up there, okay. And, you know, I probably could have got that even bigger if I'd have used the magic tree. We just locked up a little bit there. So now the elves are there. Okay. I know we have that many SX. Okay, 4. And then I'll get some more of these. Which means more of these. And now we just wait and see if the building we want is after the fountains, and that's going to take quite a bit of time there. I realize that. Let's see if this can... Yep, okay, we got discontent here, but it's only at 38. So when we come back, we will most likely do the Druid Grove again. Let me put that back on lockdown. Oh, let's do the... see what this does for us here. We can't trade because we're in a mission, so there's no point. Okay, we got 4 octillions, so we can get these here, and that's at 10,000 already. But we already have discount. We want to get okay. That needs to be at 569,000, and this one's still at 58. Not quite at 39. We're at 36 octillion. Let's check this one. Okay, we'll get that up there, and that'll help. So we're gaining exactly 1 octillion per second, which is pretty nice. I got some more up here. These are up. Is that at 2? Okay, we should probably do the masters right now. See how quick these are when you really play active. You should be doing revolts all the time. That was a comment on one of the YouTube channel, one of my YouTube videos. When should I revolt? As soon as possible. Is the answer to that question. And I even have the auto clicker here to buy things. I can't say I've ever done that before. Druid Grove. Oops. I clicked out the window. I want this on max there. Okay. And turn it off. Okay. Now that we got those, we can get these. That was down to 9 fairies. Did you see that? We only needed 9 to upgrade. That's crazy. Okay. So we're probably going to chill here for a little bit. Let me make sure my town hall is maxed. It is. And when it's time to revolt, well, let's do the staffs here first. Let's see, we might have something to put after we do this, and we might be able to revolt again, because I saw 2 things come up. Okay, that's definitely ready. Okay, Masters is at 3, and then okay, that one's almost ready. Um, now it probably is. Yep. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the masters since it will double that. Anytime you can double it. When I mean double it, it means notice that the current is 3.75 and the discontent when you revolt will be over that amount. That's when you want to do it. But first let's get these so that we can max that out. You want maximum discontent when we do that. So here we go. Now let's see what's next here. And just keep doing it again. Nope. I got the Druid Grove, so we can get this up here. I can do it again. And now it's definitely time to wait. And oh, we actually got some of these. Let's do this for. Oh, I said that last time, and then we did this, and it wasn't time to wait. We got two more up here. Let's see. We're in the octillions already, so we got that one, and that one, and that one, and that one's ready to go. So you can see how this goes. We'll go ahead and do it again. This has been a long segment here. Okay. That one. Oh. Still have yet to build the fountain. That's quite a jump. I think there's a whole bunch of stuff that are elvish between those. Okay, so let's do this one here. And we'll see if what we can get out of it. Okay, that one's not ready. That one's ready. Yeah, it should be. Oh. Okay, nothing's on the verge here for discontent. So I will leave. Well, we got these here too, but I still don't think that's going to change anything. Nothing's ready to revolt, so I wanted to come back when it is time to do the next revolt. We might slow down for just a little bit. That next part, that light a bit.
All right, folks, we're back here after a little bit. It's been a while since I've been on because I had some technical difficulties and got a new headset and wasn't able to record, so I just kind of let it run for the last. It's been about a day. Let's see what. It's been a few days. We got some progress. Also, there were some things that I wanted to
get unlocked here, and I'll show you in just a minute here. You can see the Tree of Fairies is way beyond our money. Not really. 48 is quadradecillion, which you can't see. But we unlocked the fountain, and then we unlocked the Altar of Madness. Just hopefully see what's next. And the vegetable, I forgot about the vegetable. I've never been past these gardens, I don't think. And I'm pretty sure that the next thing we want to unlock is after this. But I could be wrong, and it is way too slow right now, too. We got all this, so let's use that. Get some gold out of that. Before we reset, and we're going to go ahead. As much money as this stuff's this is making, as you can see, 99.99% of the money are coming from fairies. And it's also the biggest discontent. 71 billion. And food's at 2.9 billion per second. This is also going to affect the food. So it's going to be a huge percentage upgrade. So we're going to go ahead and revolt here and see if the next run will get us to where we need to go. And there we go. It's going to be real quick here. Already at 39 billion per second in the food. Look at that. 72 billion %. Let me just hit this, and then we can get that. Just do it once, you're already making septillion, and you haven't even made the master's houses. Hopefully, that's without all the extra, little stuff we're gonna get. But I think once this gets to 50, you're gonna have to start putting, unless you're really close to where you need to be, we're gonna start putting it in something else. It's great to start that way. Here we go. We'll get this one up. And we're already in the octillion, so we don't really have to worry about much. Druid Grove is almost unlocked, and we're in the Novillions already. It's going to be a while before we get that next Novillion, so let's go ahead and do this here. And just see how quick it takes us to get to where we need to be. Where are you hiding at? I hate it when they do that. When the random recharge is another random recharge. Okay, so now we can get this. And not that one yet, but let's go ahead and get this one going. So we can get this really booming out here into the Novillions per second. That should throw us up into the decillions pretty soon. $119 billion per second on the food, and we got this up in the 54 range, so that's huge. We got some more here. 7 decillion per second, so this won't be too long to get the fountain going. Another Druid Grove ready. 59 decillion per second, so that should get us through the next. I forget what's after the fountain. I think it's the Altar of Calmness. Yeah, it's all the altar guys, and then the 3 food choices, which I don't really need any of those because we're not building troops, so we don't have sheep, so that doesn't help us any. We got another one of those, another one of these, and another one of those, and even another one of those. And there's no discount. Yeah, there is 41,000. That ain't too bad. That ain't too great compared to 76 billion, which is down below. Let's see, we got the town hall again. Get some more discontent. This could double this. Essentially, as fast as that went, doubling this might not be a bad idea, but it's still nothing compared to what the fairies are making. I mean, so I really don't see the point in discontenting anything else that's already there. But we're going to get to a point real quick where we're not going to have enough money to upgrade the ferry anymore, and that's it's not going to double anymore. So, oh, oh, yeah, we'll just get 10 of them. We don't need too many. Okay, there's the altar. Yeah, altar fire, altar of calmness. We don't need either of these since we're not building troops. So that's not going to help us in any case. And I think this. Oh, well, we got this. Oh, we got. Yeah, let's double it for a little bit and let it run. Puts that up at 81 UDC per second. Ferries are 100% with a nothing's even close. So even leveling all these up, I don't think. But how much money do we need? That's the question. We can't tell how much that money upgrade is. So I'm going to go start throwing these in the masters. Because I think we're getting to the point here where putting the horses in there ain't going to help. It'll be more beneficial to throw them in the masters. Oh, let me just, okay, that's not maxed out. All right. 100 million on that. That's still not gonna do a lot of other things there. 9 million on this one. That's over. But like I said, it's not going to help anything. We might get some masters trees that we've never seen before out of that, for sure. But we're just going to. Oh, we got the UDC. Okay. Now we need DDC. 101 DDC. And I think this is where we're going to stop until the next go through. We got the fountain here. Get some magic going up faster. Mage. Gold for mages times 12. Yeah, that goes up times 12 every time. So we don't have any forester 331k. But I mean, still, these guys are making UDC. There's no. I mean, unless you're doing revolting this right now, there's nothing. There's nothing in comparison with the Druid Grove maxed out the way it is. So we're going to stop here, and we'll continue when it's time to revolt, or it's time to finally finish the challenge. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes, and we are already back to where we were before. And again, this really explodes at 50. I don't think the Druid Grove really helps that much, as much money as you need to get. However, we're already ready to. We've already overloaded the discontent by double, so I think we should go ahead before I call it a night. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning right now. Before I call it a night, and go ahead and fire that up, and now that's at 145 billion%. And we'll do this here. And we'll do that. I wish I could auto-click H, but I can't. Okay. there, which will probably let me show you how this. Well, if I can. So it goes from 3.36 million, and then well, I can't get it yet, but at 50 it'll jump up huge amounts. So I don't think the Druid Grove is that much help without cash. Yeah, the requirements aren't there, but the cash is an awful lot over 50. So I think there's a soft cap right now on that. We got the Altar of Calmness already there. You got that. Okay, here we can show you. Okay, so watch it. At 50, it jumps up to 10 billion from 2 point something million, and then at 51, it's at 100 quintillion. See how it jumps up? It's already higher than this, and then it's going to jump up even bigger. Nauvillion at 52, and I don't have anything past 52 yet. Here we go. Now we can do it. 53, it jumps up to duodecillion, which we can do, but then it jumps past teradecillion. I think that's quadradecillion. I'm pretty sure it is. No, that's quindecillion. That's 45. E40. Yeah, 45 divided by 3 is 15, which would be quindecillion, which is way more money than we'll probably need to get through this. And we'll see if this is enough by tomorrow to get one of these vegetable gardens. 2 of them. We need 2 of them, actually. And I think vegetable gardens is what we're going to do there. And I don't understand what open farmers means, but I'm sure we'll figure it out when we get to that time. And we'll come back. I know this video is going to be really long, but this walkthrough's been quite the walkthrough. Let's see if we can get some more discontent here before we move on. Let's see. Nope, nothing yet. 145 billion is going to be a while. So hopefully this is enough, because nothing's going to come close. We're still at 100% on the fairies, and nothing else is even near close to that. And then again, nothing is near level 54 either. So it's hard. It's tough to compete. And we'll see you when we come back to see what's new. All right. Been about, let's see, let me subtract here. 18 hours. 18 hours since I last got on, and we made a lot of progress. And I was really looking forward to revolting something else, but I kind of have a surprise that caught me way off guard. So let's see where we're at here. We got Tree of Fairies up to 54 again, and moving on up. We got this one. This is what I was going to revolt, because I got all excited because it was at 16 million, and that doesn't sound bad. E45 already on here, but now we can get this vegetable garden too, and there's the palisade that we need. 9.19 E51. So there's our goal. There's our goal. 9.19 E51, and it opens elf commanders, and it allows to build palisades for archers, whatever that means. I'm not sure what that does, because we're not even using archers right now. But this is way up the scale here. So there's our goal. 9.919 E to the 51, and we're at E45, so we got a bit to go. So here we are, and look at this discontent. I haven't even hit this yet. It's at 782 billion. Right now it's at 145. It's probably going to go at 920 billion. Here we go. And starting off at 53 billion per second without buying anything. That's insane. That's crazy. 1 trillion% food. to save these horses. And you'll see why. Because we're getting to 54 without this, so I'm going to save these horses. It would really put some bonus to discontent if I put them all in Town Hall, which is a thought, but it's not what I'm going to do. Because what I didn't show you was that the second highest in discontent, these are already, well, these are already to go at 100K, but the second highest in discontent in profit was actually the elves, and that was at 43. So what I'm going to do is try to shove all these bonuses into elves. Which won't help us now, but it will help us in the long run. And here's where all the money comes from, right there. Trillion food per second. I know it's about to just get even better as we get closer to 54, but I really don't think there's any. We're going to have more than enough of these, maybe. If not, we can put some more into the from here. Yeah, we probably should do that. Since we may never have enough money to get this up to where it needs to be. Not 300 DC yet. Let's run through this. I kind of like to get that fountain before we do this, but it's not going to happen yet. And oh wow. Okay, maybe. I hope there's sound on this, because I'm not seeing any sound. Yeah, it should be. My apologies for technical stuff. Okay, so there's this, and now we will get some more druid groves. Get this up. See, we're already at 43, so I don't foresee any problem getting this to 54. And just maxing these elves here. 6 million on the elves, but see the elves right now. You can't see it yet, but in the future, in the future, the elves actually got to like 2%. So there's a potential for that to come up. Not 2%, 0.02%. So that means that there's a potential to put some damage in here from the elves. And that's what we're going to attempt next. This should take us to 50, maybe, almost. 2 trillion per second, earning 3.38 DDC. And we're going to stop it for a bit. But we have our goal. It's way up here. E51. All right, it's been about 21 hours. We've let this run through a bit. And we are just about ready to do the shooting range. We got the shooting range to 2 billion here. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. No, 2.06 billion. And that's the elves. And if you look down, earlier everything was at 100% fairies, but we got 2.09% elves. So maybe currently shooting range is at 41,000. So if I load it up to 2 billion, it might give us a bit of just the push that we need. We're up here. We need E51. We're at E45. So we got quite a bit to go. That's almost E54. almost. So we got quite a bit to go to build this palisade. Let me see what kind of magic we got going here. Something's lit up. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and revolt right here on the shooting range. And we'll get this going here. And we'll get through as far as we can. I'm going to save those horses for the shooting, for something else. I have no idea what's going to be in third place. Right now, Landlord's just taking it over. Okay, so here's the shooting range. It's at 2 billion. Already at 1 billion per second. Druid Grove. It's quite the competition there. Alright, so Town Hall is at 12 million. But since we put all this in the shooting range, let's go ahead, since we put all that discontent in there, let's go ahead and see if we can get some extra double that money out of it. We're not at that many decillion yet. Okay, almost to the mages. Get through this, see what we can do, and then we will probably just grind out the rest offline so when we come back you can see what's going on there. Already at UDC there. And the Druid Grove might just be next, but I don't think it's going to get too much bigger than where we're at. Definitely need to keep stuff going into this. Oh, it's a DDC already. Okay, so we can get the Druid Grove there. 101 DDC on that, and I want to pause it for a little bit, and when we come back, hopefully we'll be closer to Palisade than we were when we started. We're almost there. See you then. Alright, so we're back, and it's been about 11 hours, 13 hours. And we got Tree of Fairies up here already at 2 trillion. So that's what we're going to do here. Because I think doubling this might get a little bit better. Let's get some of these out of the way here. Peasants would help. Water Boys, Masters, good. These 3. Again, and find that last one there. Okay, so now we got fairies at 138.57 quadrillion. To upgrade, we only need 684k, but 2.25 trillion. Let's do it. It will double the fairy and the food. And let's get this up here and get some horses. Oh, I thought I took care of that. There we go. And now we need town hall. Which is where all these horses are going to go, so we can get this discontent slapped in the face. Almost 8 DC there. $2 trillion per second on the ferries. That's not bad. Not too bad. Not too shabby. And we got that one there. Okay, and then we get the druids going here. And then we'll get this going here. Alright, 142 DC to start it off. Got the mages done. We really need to get to 51, and that's what's going to be the real tough one. You know, we could, real quick, do a 4 million because those have nothing there. And that might help us in the end game. Yeah, let's do that in just a minute. Let's get this up here. $6 trillion per second on the food now. And I think we can get this up. Yeah. All right, so that'll be even better. And now that's at 215 million. It's at nothing, so let's go ahead and restart this one too, because it took us no time to get there. And horses again go into town hall so we can get that up. Tree of Fairies will make level 50. I'm very positive of that. Let's go ahead and get these charges here. Should probably wait for mana to do this, but oh well. I didn't. Tree of Fairies at 43. And the gold going in there is 145.91 undecillion. And we can build the Altar of Calmness next. And we'll continue on. And when it's time to reset, which it is, because we can do this one. Let's go ahead and do it. I don't know if I can get it to 100 million or not. Almost. 100 million. All right, there we go. Let's do this one again. And again with the town hall. And that's mainly so we can get this discontent high, because we really need to get that up. It's really bad. Alright, we'll turn these on here. And that one's ready to go because it's not moving, and this one's ready to go because it's not moving. Fountain we got. And we'll go ahead and do the mana here. I don't know how many masters we have, but I'm sure there's quite a bit here. Alright, let's see if we can get this one now, because that's duo decillion. And we can get this one. And probably can get this one up here. Yep. And which takes this up pretty high. 460 duodecillion per minute. And the governors and elves aren't even close. But when we come back, we will continue. See you then. All right, we're back. It's been about 10 hours. And we have Druid Grove ready to go here, I think, is the next step. And it's at 17. It's actually making more money than the fairies are now. Actually, almost twice as much as the fairies. And we can, the multiplier right now is 215. We can get it to 449. So I think that's what we're going to do there. We got a little bit more help here. Some gold. But, we can actually run this one for a little bit. Almost to the goal, 909 E51. We're at E48, so not too far. Not too far to go. So let's go ahead and revolt. And we'll start over here. Put all these horses in here. Just like we did last time. Let's get this up here. Okay. Druid Grove is what we just put the bonuses into. Fountain. And now we can use this and get some extra out of that. See how many of these we have. We have quite a bit. Alright. So we'll run through this again. That's SP, so we probably got quite a bit of that too. We got a few more of these here. And when it's time to revolt, hopefully this is the last time. Either we're going to revolt or we're going to finish. That is yet to be determined. So we'll find out soon enough. See you then. Alright, we're back here. It's been about 24 hours. And we got some decisions to make here. We're going to do the 850 million. Let's get this, whatever this is here. It's a repetitive crap. It looks like we're either going to do the town hall for 13 billion, which is at 54, which would make that 100 times better, or we could do this one and make it even. I think we're going to do the town hall. And we were throwing all the horses into the town hall, so I think that's what we're going to do. Let's do it. And we'll come back and see how much closer we are to getting to where we need to be. Almost. Challenge is almost done. We just got a little bit more to go. Just a little bit. Still going to throw this in there so we can boost that discontent because we need to. Discontent is what's saving us right now. come back when it's time to do this again. We got the mana unlocked. We'll load this up real quick before we go. Town hall's at 13 billion. Our real money maker's not even there yet. There it is at 54 already. And the governors are owning it right now at 82 trillion. They're making a duodecillion. And, well, the fairies are making teradecillion, so I don't see. Oh, the governors. Oh, governors are teradecillion. Yeah, there you go. These guys. And we'll come back when it's time to do this some more. We could do this one. I'm not sure that that would bring a whole lot of money into the game. It'd bring more than what we have, but not sure that it would bring more to the game. We need some big money here. We're looking at either these guys, Druid Grove going up higher than where it's at, and that's quite a few minutes of Discord here. Oh, let's get this up here so we can get this. That wouldn't be too long to be 4.45 Discord. We'll come back when it's time to go again. Alright, so it's been a hot minute. But if you look here, we have 923 E to the 51. It's been 6 days since I've played. I had a real busy end of the week, and now we can finally finish this by building a palisade, and here it goes. 3, 2, 1, boom! Go to the trade menu to get the reward. End mission, victory, boom! And that's it, and it starts all over again. So we will start the next part. We're probably going to get another nomad on the next run, 6 nomads to unlock the next set, and we will see you in that playthrough when it comes through. Thanks for watching, and have a great time playing through this challenge.